Yes, hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got a whole lot lined up on the program, 360 Sports this morning, looking at Nigerian stories and looking at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. How well prepared is our various teams going to the Olympic Games, and the Super Falcons also will be representing Nigeria and the continent in the women's football. I've got a very regular face on this show this morning. I have Wilfred Shiando, a grassroots football expert who understands what football is all about from the basics. Wilfred, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV.
Thank you, Mr. Fash, and good morning to you too.
All right, let's go straight to business and begin yesterday afternoon. Right there, the draws for the 2025 AFCON was conducted in CAF headquarters, and yes, the big one again and again and again. A team that we already lost to, still finding ourselves in the same group, Group D, where the Super Eagles battles Benin Republic and Rwanda again in 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Wilfred, it's as if we have scores to settle with these two countries. Again, in the 2025 AFCON qualifiers, we are meeting Rwanda and Benin Republic.
Yes, for Benin Republic, I think it's not going to be a business as usual anymore, because they've proven to us that African football has got no more underdogs. So I think they've taught us a good lesson, and we should go with a different mindset, approaching every single game with utmost respect, considering how we went down to them in Abidjan. So I think they should be more prepared, mentally and physically to face them this time around, and then have a positive outcome.
Okay, have a positive outcome. Looking at this, now as it stands, the position we occupy in Africa falling to the 41st position just during the recent FIFA rankings. And these are kind of situations when going into competition actually you will not be a seeded team. Rather, you will be among the lower teams that will be in the pot. But for the Super Eagles, now we are meeting these two countries. Do you think we can? No coach yet, but let's look at the team. Do you think we can put this behind us? 2025 is not far away anymore.
As we spoke the last time, I told you, whatever the differences are, the federation should try as quick as possible to resolve it, and then, let's move forward. Because every nation now is fast growing, they are fast advancing, and we cannot just sit back and fold our hands and see things, go wrong. So whatever the issue is that is, stopping us from appointing a new, coach for the Super Eagles, they need to resolve that. They need to, appoint a new coach, and let the coach take up from there, and let's see what happens.
Okay, let the coach take up from there, and let's see what happens. The 2025 Africa Cup of Nations will be hosted by Morocco come next year, and the Super Eagles will begin their qualifiers against the likes of Benin Republic, Rwanda, who we are also still playing in the same 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Already we've lost to Benin Republic right there in Cote d'Ivoire, and that has really put the qualification of Super Eagles to next World Cup in USA, Mexico, and Canada in jeopardy. Let's see if we can actually get our World Cup host qualifiers back on track, and also the 2025 AFCON, which is not far away anymore. All right, let's leave that story and go over to the next story. Like it's a tradition on the show, we're looking at Team Nigeria in various sports that we've qualified for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. But this is not a good news for the Super Falcons, because a combative player, I call her Super Falcons, Halimatu Ayinde, ruled out of Paris Games, that is 2024 Paris Olympic Games, due to injury. When that news came from her club side yesterday, she plays in Sweden, but as it stands right now, the Super Falcons has lost this one due to injury.
It's quite unfortunate for not just for Super Falcons, not just for her Swedish club, but also for the entire nation, because we know who she is. We know how much she has been able to, help the team. Even to this stage, they are qualifying for the, Paris Olympic. But then, this is football for you. is full of positivities and negativities. So in either ways, whatever happens, you just have to take it with positive mindset, knowing fully well that with your mental strength, you can always bounce back and bounce back better and stronger.
Okay, bounce back and stronger. We are in the same group with Brazil, Japan, and the World Cup winners, that is Spain, in Group C of the women's football event of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. For Halimatu Ayinde, due to injury, she will not be a part. She will not be part of the team that will be flying out to France to represent the country and the continent of Africa. We wish her quick recovery so that she can bounce back and do what she knows how to do best. But let's still dwell on the Olympics quickly a little bit. By the preparation, so far so good. How do you fancy Nigerians' general outing in Paris Olympic Games? Super Falcons, we have our D-Tigress team going to the Olympics. We have the track and field team. We have individual sports to showcase. But in general assessment, do you think we can surpass what we did at the Atlanta 1996?
This is a female national team, and we, as the saying goes, preparation is a mode of manifestation. So if you prepare adequately, you always manifest, positively. But then it's also another thing to prepare, and another thing to also psych yourself up, knowing fully well what, how important, the Olympic appearance is to your CV as a player. Other things I've been preparing. I don't know how much preparations we've put in place, but I think the team is also on a 2 weeks training tour in Spain before heading to Paris. So, which is, for me, I think it's enough for the players to come together, because it's a collective thing, not an individual thing. So it's a different thing having individual players with huge qualities, and there's another thing having a team, with collective responsibility, collective effort, good synergy, like playing for each other, playing for one, purpose. So I think if the players realize this, I think I don't think we're in a group of dead as widely regarded by many, but it's just about going in there and doing what
Brazil,
we can do. Yeah,
Spain, Japan.
Brazil, they are no invincible for me as far as the game is concerned. I mean, you can see what happens now. I mean, there are no underdogs. Anybody can upset.
Yes, anybody can upset you when it comes to football. All right, for the Super Falcons, we wish Halimatu Ayinde a quick recovery, and it's not left for Coach around the world run to actually look for a replacement quickly. We have the alternate list that was also released alongside the 18-woman squad that was released just on Wednesday. And from the alternate list, though, we have goalkeepers in there. Let's see what Coach around the world room will do. Just that we'll miss the services of Halimatu Ayinde alongside Christy Uchebe in that midfield when the Paris Games comes calling. All right, let's leave the Paris Olympic Games and go straight to Portugal, where one player is leaving Belgium to Portugal right now. Yusuf Al-Hassan, happy to join Boa Vista, that is in Premier League Portugal. He is leaving Royal Antwerp in Belgium to join the likes of Onyemachi in Boa Vista. We also have the other guy there who is a defender, Chidozie Awazem in Boa Vista. Now, for Yusuf Al-Hassan Yusuf, do you think it's a good move going to Portugal from Belgium?
Considering his style of play, his physique, and his general attribute, his qualities, I think he will find it quite easier to fit into the system of Portuguese style of play, because he's a player that likes to play with ball. He likes to move into space. He creates a lot of chances, and he wants to involve in every offensive move. So for me, I think it's quite a very good one for him to further develop his career.
Okay, with somebody who's into the developing footballers from the grassroots, a whole lot of outside Victor Osimhen right now. What's really going on with our players in Europe? Some of the big teams. Okay, just of recent, we see some of our NPFL players moving to leagues in Africa. Simba FC in Tanzania. We have players, okay, just of Ojo Olorunleke joining Al Merrikh of Sudan in Africa. How can we really see our players moving to teams like Real Madrid of this world, the Barcelona? We usually have them. Amunike played in Barca of those days. Finidi George played in Ajax. Ajax was one of the best teams in Europe. That was in 1996 where they won the Champions League. Can Nwankwo play in Arsenal, Inter Milan. But over the years, maybe one or two.
Well, in the recent time, you could see not much of these players from the domestic league are, playing top, teams in Europe. Most of these players playing top clubs in Europe are actually from grassroots teams like the academies and all that, and then sometimes from the cadet national team development, settings like the under 17, the under 20, and all that. And for me, I think the continuous involvement of government into our football system has actually hindered us a certain kind of growth that has made us to be lagging behind, considering how other countries, like other African countries, the likes of, Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, and even the Sudan that has been experiencing a lot of unrest yet, can afford to, pay players wages, without holding anything to what belongs to them. They have been trying to put themselves on the map of, African football. So I think our league is really something that we have to come together to look into it, and I think they have more to do because they've not really done much, considering how it used to be like 15, 20 years ago to what we have on ground today.
Okay, outside our league, what are other challenges that are really hampering our growth?
Administratively, I would say selfishness. A lot of football administrators just want to have eat their cake and have it. They want to make good money from these players without investing back into the same settings that they produce these players. And also to the players' side, most of these players become so complacent when they start having some money. They relax, and I'm just being honest. So it's something that is involved a lot. The players also have to understand that their qualities are never in doubt. If they work hard, if they work relentlessly, if they focus, if they put aside other lifestyle and capitalize on the quality that God has given them, they can go as far as playing the biggest teams in the world. Because we can see from the likes of Victor Boniface, Victor Osimhen, these guys are guys that can play any team in the world. So, and then they're not just there. It's not just Victor Boniface or Victor Osimhen. There are 1 million and one of them, all over across the country. I mean, if we're harnessed, we're disciplined and focus on what they want to do, in their careers, they can go as far as, the sky remains.
Okay, they can go as far as the sky remains for our Nigerian football. We just need to get it right, keep growing, and want to see our players signing for teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, big teams of this world, winning Champions League, winning European competitions, like just as we used to see over the years. All right, let's leave Europe and quickly. There was one game earlier as of this morning in the Copa America 2024 Copa America quarter-final. Martinez is at it again. A lot of persons, I don't know what is going on. I think this has become a debate. It was 1-1 at regulation time, and after everything, Argentina was able to win 4-2 on penalties after Ecuador actually missed about 2 of their spot kick. But Argentina and Messi also missing a penalty, but Martinez had other things in stock for the Selecao, the Ablesti, as they are called, I beg your pardon, of Argentina. 4-2 it ended, and now Argentina is through to the semi-final.
So I think that's a good one for the Argentines, but I think also Mezai should be added to Martinez's name.
Seriously?
Yeah, he stood up for them, when it was tough for them against the Leo Blues in the Mundial in Qatar.
That is FIFA World Cup.
FIFA World Cup, so he stood up for them when almost all hopes were gone, and this time around he came to the rescue again. So I think it's a great one for them.
Okay, let's look at this Argentina team. It seems Argentina have found their rhythm again. Ever since they won the World Cup, we've seen before then They've been coming close to major tournament, and they won the World Cup. Before that, they won the Copa America. They are the defending champions of the Copa America. How far do you think now they are into the semi-final? Fine. Whatever happens from here, definitely they are going to be playing the third place. That is if they don't get to the final. What has been the turning point for the Argentines? Is it over the years we have Maradona, several coaches coming in but couldn't get it right, and Scaloni, the man who is doing the business?
You know, the two previous editions before they won it, the last edition, you know, they've lost twice in the finals, you know, and I think they know that somebody who has actually been there to carry the whole team on his shoulder, Lionel Messi, is no more the same Messi, you know, we all used to know. So,
yes, of course.
They know how important it is for him to have all these medals to his, you know, wardrobe. So I think the team is doing everything possible within their, you know, reach to ensure that, you know, they give him a sense of this. Probably his last, you know, Copa America. So, you know, that's a very good psychological, you know, point for them to stand up for one person, you know, Messi, even not for the country, even not for ourselves. Let's stand up for this man who was there, taking, you know, Argentine football to the next, you know, the next planet.
Okay, now, what do you think is going on? Ronaldo missing penalty against Slovenia, Messi missing penalty, and people are trying to tie these two players together, that this is their last time, and none of them have been able to score a goal since the beginning of this competition. So is it that both of them are
these guys have paid their dues as far as you know, world football is concerned. You know, they have nothing to prove to no one anymore, you know, so they just go in there to enjoy themselves, and missing penalties, you know, clearly shows that they're humans, like just like you and I. So I mean, it's not for me. I don't think it's anything unusual, you know.
Okay, don't think anything is unusual for Argentina. They are through to the semi-final of the Copa America 2024. They are the defending champions. Let's see how far they can go. Can they win it as the defending champion? They are the World Cup winners. Against Ecuador, it was a tough one. Lisandro Martinez of Manchester United giving them the lead, and that lead vanished when it was 90 plus. And Martinez had to come to the rescue. 24 penalties Martinez has faced, saving 9 of those penalties. Wow, massive one for Martinez as it stands right now. All right, let's leave that story and quickly look at some transfer on the show this morning. Before we go, Manchester City ready for a bid from Saudi Arabia for keeper Ederson. This man has won everything with Manchester City, and he is looking to go and cash out. Saudi Arabia is doling out the money. If you, in your own opinion, should this still stay in Europe, or probably just move to where the money bag is right now?
Unfortunately, he has not been able to win anything with the Brazilian national team. But then, you know, club-wise, he's won everything that any player, you know, dreams to win. You know. So, and as you know, football is not a forever, you know, game. It's something that you have to invest for the future, because life actually starts as a footballer after retirement. So,
yes, of course.
For me, going to Saudi Arabia, it will be an ideal thing that, you know, if he sits down and have a good think about it, I mean, it's going to be a very good one for him, because I mean, he's not going to play the game forever. He's not going to be smiling to bank every day or every week in or week out. He's going to retire someday, and then what happens after retirement? We've seen where, you know, big names in the game who were like big shots and everything, after retirement, you know, they came looking for him.
Become purpose.
Yeah, so going to Saudi Arabia, for me, I think at this age he is, it's a very good one for him, so let him go. Okay,
at this age, Ederson, just go to Saudi Arabia and probably just get your retirement wages. Al Nassr is in front to actually sign him, and they are going to be probably tabling the region of 30 million euros. Is a big whopping sum of money for considering his age as a goalkeeper, and going to Saudi Arabia wouldn't be a bad move for Ederson, who has won the Champions League, the FA Cup, the English Premier League. So what else is left to win in Europe? The biggest prize in Europe is winning the Champions League, and then you can go there and join CR7 and probably see if you can win another title in the Middle East. All right, still looking at, let's quickly look at this one on the show. Marcel, that is Olympic Marcel in France, confident to sign Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood. This guy has actually been in and out ever since that issue with him. Manchester United had to loan him out to Getafe, and he did so well with Getafe in La Liga.
Mason Greenwood is one player that's got incredible, qualities, incredible talent, and his qualities are never in doubt. But unfortunately, he found himself in the midst of that, controversy that almost, hurted his career. So I think if Olympic Marseille are coming for him and he understands their project, he understands what the purpose of trying to acquire him, I think he should go for it. And I doubt if he's going to find life easier in France than maybe other part of the world. But of course, he did quite well with Getafe, and he's a player that he can play anywhere, any day, anytime. So if he feels, Olympic Marseille is an ideal, suitable club for him to take up his career from where issues came in, and it was almost like he's not going to play no more. So I think it's a good one.
It's a good one. If definitely for Mason Greenwood, if Marcel, since they are confident of signing him, let him just go to Ligue 1, that is, start at least rekindle his career and get back to the top where he used to. He did so well with Getafe in the just concluded season in La Liga. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the program. Shando, it's a good one having you on the show, and it's always a good one as a football expert. I think you've already said it all.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Fash, always finding myself around you. It's an amazing experience, bro, I must say.
Okay, all right, that is it. But we will leave you with this video. The champions of the Nigerian Premier Football League, Enugu Rangers, it was an Oriental derby against Heartland that were relegated in one of the match days in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Just enjoy that as we go on the show.